What's going on, everybody? Dan the Ultra Dad here, trying to do some housekeeping here as I'm preparing, or at least thinking about getting ready for my race next week. But first, we're doing some honeydew chores before I leave. Definitely hit me up in the comments below if you do that to keep the family happy when you're gone on a trip like this. So today we're going to be fixing a cabinet. Wish me luck.
Lunes, yo me llamo Tarzán y la gente me dice ¿cómo es?
El rey de la selva.
Jane es perfecta gracias a sus raíces. ¿Sabes cómo es?
El rey de la selva.
Ando con mis leones cazando los ciervos. ¿Cómo es?
El rey de la selva.
Yo soy jefe de leones a cerdo. ¿Cómo es?
El rey de la selva.
A los Tarzán, soy el mero pero haters no faltan. Yo le echo los leones y ya está. Yo soy
El rey de la selva.
orangután y Superman. Yo mando todo hasta tu papá. Yo soy el jefe de este lugar.
Welcome back to the channel. I am the Ultra Dad, and I'm training for the Wasatch 100. I hope you like my footage of going to fix that cabinet and getting some of those honeydews done. You know, that's something that I do like to do before I leave for a weekend race like this, is do something that I don't know, earn some brownie points. Thanks again for following along as I try to live my dream out in Utah at the Wasatch 100. Let's be clear, the game is, the dream is to finish the race. I have no desire to finish high in the standings. I just want to finish the Wasatch 100. It would be my first mountain 100-mile ultra finish. I've finished 2 other 100-milers, but not in the mountains. So that would be really cool to be able to do that. So today I want to talk about the mental game, how I'm preparing myself mentally for the race, and during the race, kind of what I'm going to do to try to hopefully avoid DNFs. I've DNF'd a few races. I DNF'd one back in June at the Mohican 100. There were physical reasons. There were also a lot of mental and psychological reasons. Today, I want to talk about the psychological or the mental game. So I think, I think what it really boils down to, and I'm taking this from a video I watched about Jim Walmsley recently prior to the UTMB. I think it really boils down to being willing and being able to dig deeper. I know that may sound simplistic, but I just need to be able to dig and keep digging as I go along. So, when you hit a low point, you have to find a way to get through it. I think it's going to be very helpful to have some assistance out there with my brother. Most of that, that will come in the form of crewing at aid stations prior to Brighton, which is at about mile 70. And then at mile 70, having him for the last 30 miles of the race will be, huge to being able to finish the race. But I know before Brighton, there are going to be some low patches. There's a lot of climbing between the start and Brighton. A lot of climbing. Probably, I think that's the majority of the race, of the vertical gain during the race happens before Brighton, before mile 70. So I need to figure out a way to do that. I think part of it is going to be, giving myself, forgiveness and basically being willing to slow down and not feel like I have to push myself really hard early on. So, forgiving myself some of that, I guess, that anxiety, that desire to just go out and just, go really fast and push it as hard as I can. Giving myself some room for flexibility there. So if I feel tired, if I feel beat, mentally drained, just take a few minutes and relax, walk a little bit, keep moving forward, but walk a little bit. If I need to, just stop for a minute, take some pictures. Just soak it in and enjoy the scenery. So hopefully that will help me, number one. But then number two, I need to learn how to dig a little bit deeper. when I get sick to my stomach, I need to expect that that's going to happen, and be prepared to dig deeper there. And maybe I need to relieve that nausea, and possibly puke. Who knows? But do it and then keep moving. Don't let that demoralize me completely. Just realize that that's part of the process of an ultramarathon, of a 100-mile ultramarathon. So again, fully encompassing my strategy, and boiling it down to one thought, and that is I need to dig deeper. And then when I dig deeper, I need to continue to dig as I go. I don't want to go so far that it breaks me completely and I end up quitting. But it's going to be an interesting balance between digging deeper and giving myself some forgiveness, giving myself some flexibility mentally as I go through the race. So letting people pass me if they're going too fast for me, letting them go if I'm with a group and they just are pushing too hard for what I can do, letting them go. And in the end, it is a race, and I want to do the best I can. But again, my goal is to finish the race. So why would I try to stick with somebody that's going to finish much higher in the standings than I think I can or that I should, or that might make it impossible? It's never impossible, but might make it much more difficult for me to actually finish the race. So that's I think it is that happy balance between digging deeper and forgiving myself a little bit, giving myself some flexibility. So I don't know. Those are my thoughts right now. If you have any thoughts on the mental game, on the psychological strategy with a 100-mile ultramarathon, definitely hit me up below in the comments. Certainly something I have not accomplished yet. I have not figured out when it comes to my ultramarathon running. I think it's something that everybody struggles with a bit and has to find their own formula for success with these long races. So definitely let me know if you have any thoughts. Thanks again for following along. Just a few thoughts today about that. Hopefully come back tomorrow with some other thoughts about the race, possibly coming at it from a different angle. We'll see. So anyway, that's all I have for today. Thanks again for following along. Take care, everybody. And definitely thanks again for liking the video. It helps out a lot. We'll catch you in the next one.
La gente me dice cómo es.
El rey de la selva.
Jane es perfecta gracias a sus raíces.